Welcome and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
If you could tell us your name and country.
I'm Aristide from Belgium.
Your language?
English.
Wonderful. So, here is your gastronomic restaurant, Le Trianon in Tokyo, and I will be your restaurant manager.
Okay.
At the bar, 3 guests would like some champagne.
Yes.
They each have different tastes. This gentleman would like a lively mineral style of champagne with dominant Chardonnay.
Okay.
This gentleman prefers a champagne which is very rich, opulent and fruity.
Okay.
This gentleman, a champagne with note of mocha, mushroom and nuts.
Okay.
The champagne are in this ice bucket. You will have 5 minutes. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good. Go.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. So, we'll do a champagne tasting, please. So for the user, like a champagne rather mineral and delicate, I will recommend you rather a young champagne. It's a vintage 2002 by Moët Chandon, one of the most famous, or the most famous champagne house. For you, sir, who would like a style rather with mushrooms and nutty aroma, I recommend 1995. So, 1995. Would you like to taste? Yes, sir. Do you like that style? Producer, a richer style, it's vintage 2003, rather warm vintage, which give a rather rich style of wine, and very fruity because the grapes are very, very like that. Thank you. Yes. For you, sir, it is 2003, as I said, if you like to try. So we will bring you now a little plate with, for you, a carpaccio of salmon, and for you, sir, we will bring a little piece of foie gras, duck liver, if you like. Okay. And for you, sir, we will go with a slice of tuna with some seasoned oil to flavor this dish. Please.
At this table, the guests wish to be advised by you. They have selected a menu at 20,000 yen. The menu should be shown on the screen. They would like to have 5 wines to accompany the menu, with a maximum of 2 white wines. You will have 1 minute to read the menu, and then 6 minutes to advise them. Are you ready?
Yes. Thank you.
Now 6 minutes.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. May I suggest you a few wines to match with your menu? So, to start, your appetizer consomme of wild mushroom with ported quail egg. If you would like, I could surprise you by offering you manzanilla passada, which is a dry wine produced in Spain, and this is rather dry in style. It's Jerez, if you maybe know sherry. That's an older style of Fino, and I'd like something a bit older with a wild mushroom. I don't want something too fruity. If you like that. The first dish will be marinated scallops, ceviche style, some cream of avocado, topped with ossiette caviar. I would recommend you for this dish some. I would go for Gruner Veltliner, produced in Austria, in the Kemptal region, or rather Kremstal. It's just next door actually, and I would recommend the wine by Fred Leumer. Vintage 2010. It's a dry wine with a strong mineral character, slightly citrusy, and so with the caviar, I think we need something dry rather than lemon aroma. And the scallops have quite a good weight on the mouth, so I want something a bit more full-bodied and a very light style of wine. So Brunner has some weight actually. Then you will follow with carpaccio of lightly soured raw deer and Jerusalem artichokes with black truffles vinaigrette. For this, I would recommend to you a light style of red wine, because it's meat, it's rare meat, and I would like something a little bit fresh and with a good level of acidity. And so I go for a Pinot Noir produced in France, and I would recommend you a wine of with a little bit of age because of the black truffles vinaigrette. So we go with Haute Côte de Nuit, produced by Jean Tardy. It's a vintage 2002 actually, so it's a great vintage, but it has some age, and with the truffles I think it will match well, and it keeps a lot of freshness for the carpaccio. Then you will follow with tempura of king crab and asparagus, and for this I would recommend to you a wine after a red wine, back to a white wine, the full body white wine, something with quite a lot of oak, so if you don't mind oaky character. And I would go for a Chardonnay produced in the Russian River Valley by Marimar Torres, vintage 2006. Will be ready now, and it's quite full body, so with the fatty taste of the tempura, I think it should match well. And then asparagus needs something quite fruity, so a New World style of wine would match good. Then you will follow with marinated and slow-cooked veal shank with pumpkin puree and caramelized onions. Here, I would go for a wine produced in United States again, if you don't mind, and I would recommend you a Zinfandel, because Zinfandel has rather a low level of tannins, and veal doesn't need a lot of tannins. And there is quite some sweetness in the dish with the pumpkin puree and the caramelized onions. And the Zinfandel has got this little sweetness, which will be welcome to match this dish. So Zinfandel, rather young, vintage 2008, produced in Sonoma Valley, Dry Creek Valley. Then the cheesecake of mature Roquefort with truffles, honey, and walnuts. Well, here I would recommend you to go in Portugal to match it with a red wine. And actually, I recently tasted a Ramos Pinto 20 years old Taoli from Quinta do Bom Retiro, and I think it has quite a strong nutty aftertaste, and it should match very well with the cheese. If you don't mind sweet and sour, it should be a good match. And the dessert will be a variation of fresh red berries, red currant sorbet, raspberry mousse, and wild strawberry. So it's really focused on red fruits here. And I would recommend you to go with an Aleatico. So it's a wine produced, it's a grape from Italy. And we go for an Aleatico from Puglia, late harvest. So it's quite sweet, and it will follow well the port, actually. And it has a strong strawberry, cherry, and raspberry aftertaste.
At this table, you have prepared this bottle of Chateau La Gaffelière, 1985, over there, Grand Cru Classé Saint-Émilion, following the request of this gentleman, 24 hours ago. You must now serve it to them. You will have 6 minutes. Did you understand?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
Welcome to the restaurant, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be very happy to serve you now this outstanding wine that Mr. Dutch has already ordered, so it's just at a good temperature right now, from very happy to decant it if you don't mind. So there is a little segment. So this is Saint-Émilion, premier grand cru classé, Château de la Cafalière, 1985, and I prefer to keep the bottle white so the sediments stay.
prior to printing your new wine list, please check it and make the necessary changes. You will have 3 minutes. I'm just going to get the wine list there. I'm going to put it on the screen.
Okay. Can I move this thing? Okay. So I will correct the second point, which is 2009 Calédonis Juanico Tanat. Tanat is a red grape, so it should be a red wine, and it's not Calédonis, it's Calédones, the name of the region. The third wine, 2008 Waco, Satterhoff Sauvignon Blanc. Satterhoff estate, it's not in Waco, it's in the Schutztiermark, so it's, the region is not correct. For the first red wine, Par Ratmat, I would write the country. It's a South African wine. And the second red wine, 2009, Shanghai Grace Vineyard. I saw Grace Vineyard would be in Japan rather than in China. So I would write Japan. The fourth red wine, 2001, Douro, I would write Portugal. And Pinta do Couto Grande Escola, Touriga Nacional Baga. It's not Baga, because we don't grow Baga in the Douro. So it's probably a pure Touriga Nacional, or maybe blend with something else. But then I would need to check out. The third red wine, Wanaka Highland. I would write the country also. It's a New Zealand wine. The last red wine, I would write it's from Mexico, California, Baja California, Don Luis Seto, La Seto.
Thank you very much. So, testing now. For these 4 wines, we will have 12 minutes, and then I will give you some indication. We will stop, and I will explain for you for the rest.
Okay. I start with wine number 1, which is a white wine with a clear and star bright color. It's a pale color with it's a lemon color on the core, green rings, showing the wine is youthful, no deposits, and very little evidence of bubbles. It's not a sparkling wine, but it's slightly spritzy, and the viscosity is medium, medium minus even, very small, very low, defined sheeting tears. On the nose, the wine is clean, it's rather youthful, and it's medium intense. The aromas show fruits like green apples, almost underripe fruit, just ripe, and some citrus notes also, almost some lime, some citronella. So it has a very light vegetal character. I've got citronella, I've got some herbs. It's a bit leafy, almost some blackcurrant splash. It has a very little minerality, little choky notes, and there is no evidence of oak. Second nose, it's actually confirming the first nose with a little more green apples and apple skin character. On the palate, the wine is off-dry with a medium plus acidity. It has a medium alcohol, around 12.5. Medium body wine, quite fresh, well balanced, with little sweetness at the end and some citrusy, freshy, crisp acidity at the end. So very well balanced wine. I think the aromas on the palate confirm the nose. It's again lots of green apples and some lemon, and I've got less vegetal notes on the palate. It's maybe a bit more mineral, and I again confirm there is no oak. It's medium complex, medium length, around 5 to 5 and I think it's a wine from a rather cool area. So I would say this wine would come from Germany, based on Weissburgunder. It's not Riesling, and I think it's a young wine, vintage 2011, from Franken. Wine number 2, and sorry, also I would like to advise you to try this wine with a dish like a sushi, because it has a lot of freshness, and sushi which would be with some wasabi, a bit more powerful. So the little sweetness, I think, would match well those sort of dish. I would serve it cool, 7 degrees Celsius, and drink now can keep 2 or 3 years. Wine number 2. The color is clear, star bright, garnet on the core. It's garnet on the rims also, so it has a little evolution. Medium intensity. There is medium plus viscosity with few defined tears, and no evidence of gas, no evidence of deposit. On the nose, the wine is clean, powerful, and still young. It shows a lot of very ripe red fruits like cherries. So it's very ripe. High level of red fruit like cherries, strawberries, and wild forest red fruits. It has also some licorice aroma, little sweet spiciness, little cinnamon, those sort of aromas. And there is probably a little oak aging on the nose. Second nose also confirmed with this strong red fruit, very ripe. The palate is dry, medium plus tannins, which are not totally soft yet, medium plus acidity, and high level of alcohol, around 14, but still it's a powerful style, but I would think this wine is in balance. And the aromas on the palate are back to the nose. So red fruits, very ripe, almost jammy. Red fruits like cherries and strawberries. It's medium complex wine, medium length, around 4 to 5 calories. And I would serve this wine now, but I could keep it for 4 or 5 years with an improvement, probably. Temperature around 16 to 17 degrees Celsius would be ideal. And I would serve this with red meat, but like rosé meat, like a lamb cooked for 7 hours, which is really melting in the mouth, and the wine is very soft. I think this is a wine from New World, United States, Zinfandel, vintage 2008. Wine number 3. The color is clear star bright. The core is garnet, and the rims are definitely a little brownish rims, orange tinge, so it shows development, it's definitely developed. The viscosity is medium plus with well-defined stained tears, and there is no evidence of gas, no evidence of deposit. The nose is clean, medium intense, and it's confirming the venosity, the age bouquet, and the development we have on the color. The aromas are mainly plums, red plums, prune also. Second nose, I've got some earthiness, a little tonic earth on the roots, and some tobacco also. I've got some wood, definitely aged in wood, but probably not new oak, just large cask, old cask. Second nose confirm also this woody, almost a touch of smoky and a touch of gamey, a bit of bacon going to leather. It's there also. The palate is dry, with a medium plus acidity, medium tannins, very soft actually, and medium alcohol, around 13. It's very well balanced, medium body wine, with a lot of freshness, and it's a medium complex wine, medium length, I said, and we have really this cherry-like Morello cherry at the end. So I think this is a wine produced in Italy, from Nebbiolo in Barolo, vintage 2004, and I would match this with a partridge, roasted partridge, which is served with some red cherries and sour red fruits, as acid red fruits, to match this acidity. It should be drank now, don't keep it longer, or 1 or 2 years, but no more, and serve it at 16-17 degrees Celsius. Wine number 4, the appearance is clear star bright, garnet on the core. It's medium intense with ruby rims, so showing very little development, no deposit, no evidence of gas. The nose is clean, showing very little development, and it's quite intense. We have the aromas: ripe red and black fruits, a touch of cassis, black currants, a touch of cherries. We have a smoky aroma here, spicy, a touch of pepper, nutmeg, and definitely lovely oaky character. And dominated by the cherries on the second nose. Wonderful bouquet, and it shows some development actually on the second nose. On the palate? On the palate, the wine is dry, medium plus acidity, medium minus tannins, very soft, medium alcohol around 13, medium body wine, lots of red fruit, lots of cherries, medium length, 5 to 6 calories, and I think this is a Pinot Noir produced in Burgundy in Côte de Beaune, Chambol-Musigny, premier cru level, vintage 1999 actually. No, not that old, sorry, I would like to change. I would rather say 2006, rather. 2006 Pinot Noir Chambol-Musigny, which is drinkable now actually, but could keep for another 3 or 4 years, and a good match with some quail, or we could also serve with rabbit, and a sauce based on the Kriek. It's a Belgian beer, but I don't want a Kriek too sweet. I want something like produced by Cantillon, rather on the acidity, very dry, but with this cherry notes. So we can make a sauce from that, and with some rabbit or white rosé meat would match well this wine, I think. Actually, if you don't mind, I'd like to go back to wine number 1 and just change my conclusion, not Pinot Blanc, but Riesling, rather. I still think it's Riesling.
Thank you very much. For these beverages, tell us orally the name and type of beverage. Please also write your identification on this sheet of paper. You will have 3 minutes. Are you ready? Yes.
The number 6, I think, name of the product, I would say Mar of Gewürztraminer. So it's a Mar of Pomas type of drink, produced in Alsace. And the one, I would think it's type of drink based on rice. I would say this is a sake. Number 2 is a fortified wine. It's a sherry cream. Number 3, it's a bitter liqueur based on herbs. With some orange, I would say this is a picon. The 5, it's a liqueur based on orange, and I think this is and cognac. This is Grand Marnier. And 4, it's a wine. And I would say Barolo Cinato. It's a bit herby.
Thank you very much. And finally, we have a surprise for you. And for this last task, I will ask the audience to remain silent and not make any noise. You've been fantastic so far. Thank you very much for your understanding. So, on the following slideshow, an image will come every 8 seconds, so it's not timed, but it will go until the end. Please identify this wine personality. Okay.
Robert Mondavi, number 2. Marie-Thérèse Chapas, number 3. Is Clive Coates, I think, number 8. Number 9 is Miguel Torres. And it's in Alpha Estate in Greece, but I don't remember the name of the owner. Aubert de Vilaine, number